I got my Harry Potter mug, I got my Hogwarts shirt, I got my Harry Potter books. I'm all set to go. Hey guys, it's Carly, and today I'm going to be doing the Harry Potter tag. Okay, so I've been really wanting to do this tag for so long because as many other people in this world and in this community, we all love Harry Potter. But anyways, let's just jump right into it. Question number 1 is favorite book. My favorite Harry Potter book is Prisoner of Azkaban. I absolutely love it. Ever since I read it when I was a kid, I loved it. I just love the characters and the plot and how Harry and Hermione go back in time using the time turner. I love the time turner. I just love it so much. It's my favorite. And this is also the book where we start to get more in depth of the whole Harry Potter series, if that makes any sense. Like the first two were basically just them settling into Hogwarts and getting used to the school, and now the third book, it's kind of like, okay, let's start getting the ball rolling and getting some action going on here. So I think that's why it's my favorite. Question number 2 is least favorite book, and for this one I'm gonna have to go with Chamber of Secrets. I just, not to say that I didn't like it, because I did. I still gave it 5 out of 5 stars, but it's my least if I had to rank it, because I feel like it was a lot of the same as the first book. Again, like they're kind of settling into the school and some of the same things happen but with different characters, and I just don't care for it that much. Question number 3 is favorite movie. And for this one I'm gonna have to say the first one, the Philosopher's Stone. The reason why I'm saying Philosopher's Stone instead of Sorcerer's Stone is that being in Canada, we go by the UK, what they call it, so it's originally Philosopher's Stone, not Sorcerer's Stone, so that's what we have it as in our books. Even though, as you can see, I do have the American copies of the books, because I got them off of Amazon, because I just don't have the books anymore. Yeah, I don't know what happened to them, but I got new ones, because I just never want to stop rereading the series. But yes, anyways, Philosopher's Stone is my favorite movie because we just get to, just, the first movie just is basically like my childhood. I watched the movie so many times, I read the book so many times, I could not get enough of the first movie and book, I guess. But the movie is just, when I saw it on screen for the first time, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, I absolutely love it. It coming to life was just so magical for me, and I love it so much. Number 4 is least favorite movie, and for this one I'm gonna have to go with Goblet of Fire. I not to say that I didn't like it, but it was my least favorite because they missed so much from the book to the movie. Like, they didn't put half the things in the movie from the book, and they didn't really explain much in the movie as they did in the book, but I just wish they added more. Number 5 is if you could remake any of the movies, which one would it be? And for this one I'm going to have to go with both Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire, because both of them, as I said for my last question, they missed so much in Goblet of Fire, and same with Prisoner of Azkaban. I thought they missed so much in the movie, they missed so much from the book to the movie that I would change it. Number 6 is what part of the book or movie made you cry? And there is one part that got to me, and it's the part where Harry is in the forest and he is surrounded by the ghosts of his family, like his mom, his dad, Lupin, and Sirius, and he's basically asking them, does death hurt? Does it hurt? Are you gonna stay with me? Are you gonna be with me through this whole thing? And he's just, I don't like thinking about it, but that's the part that really got to me. And of course, Dobby's death. Seriously? So, yeah, those are two of the ones that, and Hedwig. But yeah, those are the ones that made me cry. Basically all through Deathly Hallows, tears just streaming down my face the entire time. Question number 7 is if you could hook up with any Harry Potter character, who would it be? Yeah, I honestly, none of them, to be honest. I don't really want to, but if that was an option, or if that was like I have to, it would probably be Cedric Diggory, because I absolutely love him. He's one of my favorite characters. Even though he was only in the series for, he was only in, like, Goblet of Fire. I loved it, but the ending just tore me apart. But yeah, anyways, if I could choose one, it'd be Cedric. And Robert Pattinson, duh. Question number 8 is, what would your Patronus be? So I took the quiz on Pottermore, and it turned out that my Patronus is a badger. I don't know where the heck that came from, but I don't see it at all. Like, I don't really know why it's a badger, but other than that, I don't really know what else I would be. So I guess I shouldn't really complain about the badger. At least I have a Patronus, so there's that. Question number 9 is favorite quote. So I have a couple written down in my book here, and I'm just gonna read some of them out. So the first quote that I love is from Dumbledore, and he says, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if only one remembers to turn on the light." I absolutely love that quote, of course, because it's obviously in this question, so. And then another one is said by Luna, which, for those of you that don't know, Luna Lovegood is one of my favorite characters ever in Harry Potter. Like, she's one of my top favorites. I absolutely love her. And she says, "Things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect." I just, fell in love with that quote when she said it, so I love it so much. And of course there's the quote, "Don't worry, you're just as sane as I am," by her, which is amazing. Classic. But yeah, those are just a couple that I like, and I love everything basically that Hermione says, Lupin, Sirius, even McGonagall. Professor McGonagall has some really good things to say, which is amazing. But yes, basically I love, if I could choose all the Harry Potter quotes, I would, but those are just a few of my favorite. Number 10 is, what Hogwarts house are you in? Ravenclaw! Ravenclaw is my house. Like every other booktuber out there probably is Ravenclaw, but I'm happy with Ravenclaw. I really did think I was going to be Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, one of those two. I don't know why Hufflepuff, I don't know. I don't know why Hufflepuff. I feel like it was a mix between the two, either Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw, so yeah, I'm Ravenclaw. Question number 11 is, who is your favorite Weasley? And I know a lot of people are probably going to say Ron, but I like Ron, but he's not my favorite. My favorite is probably Ginny, but I like book Ginny better than movie Ginny. Movie Ginny, just, I don't know what happened to her character, but I just didn't care for her at all. She was a lot better. Her character was definitely developed a lot better within the books, and so I like her definitely better in the books than the movie. I also really love Fred and George, of course, because, you know, the twins and the joke shop, and they had the Marauders map and all that. I also really love Molly. Molly Weasley. I don't know if she's said much in this question at all on YouTube, but Molly Weasley is a freaking badass. Like, she is so brave and she's so kind, but she's so fierce. And in the beginning you see her as like this typical motherly person, but then her character grows and grows, and in the end, of course, if you read and seen the movies, that she turns into a badass wizard. Like, she's already a wizard, but you know what I mean. Like, she is just so awesome. Like, she's amazing. I love Molly Weasley. Question number 12 is favorite villain. So I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna say Voldemort for this question, or Tom Riddle, or whatever, but honestly, I gotta say Umbridge. Umbridge is probably my favorite villain. Okay, so I apologize if the camera slightly moved. It's just, I kind of ran out of storage, so I needed to figure out that, and yeah, anyways. Yeah, Umbridge she's just so well done. Like, her character, J.K. Rowling, she portrayed her character so well, and she made it so that everybody did hate her. So I thought that was really well done. She was well written. Her characteristics were obviously not good, but that's what made her great, if that made any sense. But she is just so great, and I'm so glad she was only there for one book. Question number 13 is, if you could meet any of the cast, who would it be? Emma Watson, hands down. Emma Watson is my absolute favorite. Emma Watson is the person who I looked up to as a kid. I still look up to her, basically. And she's just so great. I absolutely love her. And just, I felt like I could connect with her so well throughout my life and with school and with friends and just everything. She is my favorite. And then a couple years ago when she played Belle in Beauty and the Beast, because if you didn't know, Belle is actually my favorite Disney princess, and Beauty and the Beast is obviously my favorite Disney movie. But when I found out she was playing Belle, I instantly, like, I just fell in love with her even more. She is so amazing. And she played my favorite character in Harry Potter, and she played my favorite Disney princess, and I just love her so much. So she would be the person who I would definitely want to meet. Question number 14 is, have you played any of the video games? And that answer to that question is yes, I played the DS game when it came out. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I remember I used to go over to my friend's house and we'd play on our DS's, like the first edition ones. I'm not really sure which, actually I'm really not sure what edition I had, but I was maybe 10 or 11, and I would always go over to her house, and she actually had the Harry Potter game. I personally didn't have it. I don't know why I never had it, but I always just borrowed hers, and we would switch games, because DS's, you could do that. You could take the game out and switch into another DS, and I would always play the game, and yeah, I just loved it so much. I think I got to Chamber of Secrets, but then after that, for some reason, I just never continued. I think I was getting past the stage of DS's, but yeah, I did technically play a game. Question number 15 is, were you happy with the ending? Yes, I was, but the deaths, like, some of them I feel like were really necessary, but I understood why J.K. Rowling did what she did, but then again, it's just so sad. But yes, I did love the ending. Question number 16 is, Richard Harris or Michael Gambon as Dumbledore? Okay, so I think Richard Harris did an amazing job of the Dumbledore who was like more of like the quiet side. Like, he was very, very well portrayed within the first two movies. But then as the movies started getting more action and more things happening, I think it was well done by Michael Gambon, and he portrayed that kind of Dumbledore, like the action-packed Dumbledore, basically, more or less, if you want to say that. He portrayed him so well, so I kind of had to choose both. Question number 17 is, favorite Hogwarts class? And I don't know, I had a difficult time choosing this one, but I think I'm gonna have to say Charms for the fun of it, basically. Like, I think Charms would be just really fun to be in a class like that, like be in a Charms class. I think I would also like Potions, because I just like, you know, like mixing stuff and whatever. I think that would just be really fun. And also, I think I would really like, now this is my Hermione talking and maybe my Ravenclaw talking, but I think I would really like the History of Magic class. I'm such a nerd when it comes to that. Like, I think I would find that really interesting. I just love to learn about more of the history about it. And yeah, that's basically what I would choose. Question number 18 is, most useful spell? Probably Accio, because, you know, we're kind of in that generation where people are getting more lazy and lazier. And you basically just point at something and it comes to you. So you can literally move any object you want and it'll come straight to you. So that's like the lazy Carly talking right now, but that's probably what I would choose because I think it's the most useful. Question number 19 is, if you could bring back any character, who would it be? If I could bring back Sirius Black, I would be one happy girl, because Sirius Black is one of my favorite characters, and I just love how him and Harry's relationship developed. And then of course we got to the 5th book, and then you guys know what happens, and I think if he comes back, he would really be such an inspiration to Harry. But yeah, I would definitely bring back Sirius. Question number 20 is Hallows or Horcruxes? If you tell me that you are gonna pick Horcruxes, what? That doesn't make any sense. Who the heck would pick Horcruxes? Hallows, duh. And the last question, number 21. How much does Harry Potter mean to you? If I'm gonna be honest, it basically is my whole life. Even though I was really young, I was like 2 or 3 years old when the first book came out. I didn't read the book till I was maybe in 1st or 2nd grade, but since then, I have read the books, I have gone to all the movies, I own all the movies, I own all the books, I own a bunch of Pop Funkos of Harry Potter. I am literally obsessed, and it just means so much to me, and I absolutely love seeing other people being obsessed over this, even though the book series and the movie series is all, like, it ended. There are still people out there that have this same love and obsession and just, oh, so much love for this series and this world and these characters. And a lot of people do relate to them, and I love seeing that in other people and also in myself. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without Harry Potter. Alright guys, that's it for my Harry Potter book tag. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully if you haven't read Harry Potter already or watched the movies, you might want to get on that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!